Hello, I'm Paul Weiss, and I'd like to show you a few things in this weekly broadcast of my home, energy, garden, environmental, clean energy, green energy video clips. One of the things that I've really loved has been the ability to take all of the tools that I had and get rid of gasoline, completely off carbon at my home. And I wanted to show you one of the cool things that I have here. It's an electric battery powered Weed Wacker. Now, I never had a gas powered Weed Wacker, so this didn't replace a gasoline item because I never would have bought it. But it is electric, and it's powered by my solar array at my house, and it's an 80-volt system made by Greenworks, and I'm going to be showing this to you today. I hope it'll give you some ideas that pretty much every tool that you have that's powered by gasoline, it can be replaced by electric, and it will last much longer, require less maintenance, be much quieter and more peaceful to your neighbors, and you can recharge it by a green energy if it's solar or another form of green energy. If you purchase green energy, it's a great way to eliminate pollution at your house. Years ago, these gas-powered weed whackers were one of the most polluting forms of garden tools because they used really inefficient two-cycle engines that really polluted a lot. And nowadays, we're just replacing all of them. They do make better engines now, but it's even better to skip that and go right to electric. Now, this company, Greenworks, has made this really amazing weed whacker. This is the battery, where the battery goes in here. This is your power and your lockout for your power. This is your power switch and speed switch. It has two settings. You have something that you can hold it around your shoulder. It is a little bit heavy, just like all of these. There's a couple handle arrangements that you can change up and put on left or right. And then you have the shaft, that's the universal shaft that I'll show you has several different connections. And then the weed whacker head, which is simply spinning, unfortunately, plastic strings. These are the replacement kind of cords. If they run out, they'll last quite a long time. I've never replaced them. I've had this for 2 years. And these are the batteries. Two size batteries. And what's nice about these batteries, they have an indicator of their power level with 3 green lights. So when the batteries are going down, you can see how much power you have left. These are 80-volt lithium-ion batteries. These are the most powerful batteries made to date, 2018. These are made in, I believe, in Nevada at Elon Musk's new battery plant. And they are incredibly powerful. 80 volts. If you think about your car batteries in a car is 12 volts. These are 80 volts. So a really powerful battery. And they last a long time. They're lithium ion, so you can recharge them quickly. I'll show you the charger later. But this type of battery you can change out, and I have multiple systems that use it. I have a lawnmower, I have this weed whacker, and I actually had a snowblower with the same batteries. So they work well. They are heavy. This battery probably weighs several pounds. This is a smaller one. It's lighter. The nice thing about having this is you can charge the battery, and then you can do your work. And if you have 2 batteries, one will be recharging and the other one you'll be using, and you can pretty much keep swapping them out about every hour. It's a little bit longer to charge, but not much. You know, you get several hours of use out of it. like this one will go for an hour, and then it takes over about an hour and a half to recharge. So if you have 2 or 3 batteries, I have 3, you can basically work all day non-stop. And that's what this is meant. This is the professional, it's called Greenworks Pro, this model, and it's so that professionals could use them all day long without burning any gasoline whatsoever. A couple other important things to use: make sure you have a good pair of leather gloves, and make sure you wear a mask with eye protection. You don't really need ear protection because it's not loud at all, but you definitely need face protection because this whipping action kicks up a lot of stones, and they could hit you right in the face, and they do hit you. You'll feel them, especially when you get near gravel. So definitely always wear eye protection no matter what. You also probably want to wear a good pair of leather boots so that anything doesn't whip onto your feet. That's pretty important too. Don't think you get your toes hurt. So this is the charger for the lithium-ion battery, and this charging unit I sort of have mounted to the wall here, but you can see the battery's in here. It's fully charged up, and on the top is that you know, the indicator of charge. So if I hit that switch, you see it's fully charged. There's 3 lights that go on the top. And this is the big battery that's in here. And it has an indicator light here that's telling you that it's fully charged. And basically just slides in, and you can see those prongs that go in there. And this battery is, you know, slides in. It has some slots at the bottom. And it just slides in like that. Now this unit, if you put it on and it's charged, it's just going to be solid green. When it's charging, this is flashing, and also a fan might come on to dissipate heat. So if you're charging it in the summer and it starts to heat up, or if you're charging it a while and the battery's already been used, like you just took it off of the Weed Wacker or the lawnmower, the fan's going to come on and you'll hear the fan going. Now this thing does have some temperature sensors in here, and it will shut off or won't charge if it's overheated. So sometimes if you just took it off the lawnmower and it's really been superheated by being used, it has to cool off a bit before it'll charge. So there is a temperature threshold for that. So that's the Greenworks battery charger, and it'll do this extended run battery, which is like 4 amp hours, and the smaller 2 amp hour battery. Alright, so this is how you change the heads. We're going to go from the original Weed Wacker head, which is the nylon strings, and you just simply undo this green little switch on the side, and you pull it out. There's a little metal lock, and you simply put the new one on. You line up the holes. There's a little cover to keep the grease onto the end of the pole there, and you just lock it in place. It's really simple. It's nothing difficult to do. Very quick, as you can see. So again, this is the Greenworks Weed Wacker. It's and brush cutter. Again, I have the brush cutter attachment on right now. I would say it's a great product. What I like is the interchangeable batteries. They come in 2 different sizes and they recharge. So again, if you just have one charging while you're using one, you should be all set. I have 3. I think that works out the best. And the interchangeable heads are nice. This will do really nice brush cutting, and the other weed whacking, and it doesn't pollute. It doesn't use oil. There's nothing you have to do to it. And there's a grease fitting, but that you don't touch for years. What I like about it is I can do this. I can leave parts of my lawn as wildflowers, and I have bees here and they love it. And I don't need to mow very much of my lawn. I try to leave good parts of my lawn as wildflowers. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I do show you the lawn, my electric lawnmower. But this is kind of one of the great products that I bought in the last year or so, and I would highly recommend it. It's a great way for you to have a green garden, a green environment, and really get rid of the gasoline and pollution of those types of products. You don't need to add mixture oil and gas. Just a really great thing, and these are really well made. This professional model of the Greenworks Pro, it's really meant to last a long time. They put in brushless electric motors, so they really thought this thing out pretty well, and I think it's really a top-end model. It's meant to be used every day, all day, and that's what the Pro model is. But for homeowners, you know, I always try going for a little bit higher so it lasts a lot longer. This thing should last hopefully till I die, and so far so good. So thank you for listening in this week. I'll try to get a few more of these in this fall before the snow flies, and then maybe we'll move indoors for some of the solar energy products at the house. Thank you. Talk to you soon.